So all we ask is if you just don't record employees that are inside. I understand that you can record the lobby and stuff, but you can't be like zooming into the office and stuff back there. But if other people do come in here, you can't be recording them. Can't be doing that stuff, okay?
It's not allowed, yeah. It's a right?
Yeah.
And so it's not just in here, it's anything we can visually see from public space.
So, do you guys think that this sheriff deputy is just an ignorant cop who's trying his best to learn more about the law and our rights? If you do, then you might be giving him a little too much credit.
Oh, now he's going, here he goes with the trying to get a reaction.
Now, I know there is a question that's been on many of your minds for a while now. Recognizing our rights, where have you been? Well, taking into account that we have been running this channel for nearly 5 years straight with nearly no breaks whatsoever, I think it was necessary for us to recoup ourselves and get back on track. But with that being said, today we are highlighting a video from Bay Area Transparency where he pays a visit to the San Jose Workers' Comp office. And man, does he meet some wonderful Karens here. Some absolutely charming individuals who do everything within their power to not do what they're paid for. And even getting an ignorant judge involved to help them. And just how poor are their attitudes when they are forced to do their job? Why don't we go ahead and find out?
I'm telling you right now, I'm not authorizing you to record me, so please turn the camera away from me.
No, I'm gonna record, yeah.
I have an officer right here. Please turn the camera away from me. I am not authorizing you to record.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, sir. I'm gonna record.
For what purpose?
Can we just do the records request so
Absolutely
I
not.
can
I'm
get
not
what I
gonna
need?
do anything until you turn this camera off of me.
You're not gonna do anything
Not
until I
you
turn the
this
camera
off of me.
Sir, do you work for the public?
I work for the state government.
Right, which is owned by who? The public. So when the public comes to scrutinize you guys, we can do that. We can record our interactions with you. As a matter of fact,
There's no interaction going on. You're asking me to fill out paperwork that you can fill out yourself.
that's an interaction, and how do you know I can fill it out myself? On top of that, the law says written or verbal, so I can also tell you to write it.
I can tell you nowhere on this form does it say that.
I don't care what it says on the form. I know what it says in the law. Government Code 6250. Go look it up.
Well, I've already spoken with my supervisor, and she said if I do not want to be recorded, I do not have to be recorded, nor do I have to comply with this.
How am I going to do requests if you don't have a case?
Well, I'm not requesting records from a case. These are public records. So,
What is it you're requesting?
you ready to write it down? I'll tell you.
What is it you're requesting?
Okay, so it'll be your full name. You gonna write it down?
I'm listening.
Okay, that's number one, your full name. And I need to get a copy of that when I go, so because it is my records request. So
It's not a record for a case here.
It's
My name is not a case.
your name is public record. And so I'm getting public records. I'm getting records on the employees here is what I'm getting, which is public records. That's why it's a public records request.
Regarding employees, that's different. That's not what we handle here. You have to go to our headquarters office.
No, that's not true. In the law, I can go to the closest place to me that is part of this office. You guys are what's called the record holder for these records because you guys work at this office. So I can request them through you or you're right, by email, by phone, or at the headquarters office.
So he doesn't want to request a case because he doesn't have a case. He wants our information as far as employee information.
You have my business card with my name.
I know I'm gonna get more information about you as well, but that's so either way. Under the California Public Records Act, it's my absolute right to ask for these public records. Why you guys aren't just writing it down like you're supposed to, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm just trying to do a public records request, which is part of my business here, and you guys are putting a hiccup in that and slowing this down.
It's just a random, some random person coming and asking for all of our information. That's strange to us.
Well, let me tell you how I see it. I see it as a member of the public who actually pays your salary and your salary with our taxes coming in asking for this stuff. I'm going to request my records, and I will be back in 10 days to pick them up.
So let's
I thought that was pretty clear.
Okay, so we don't just release records to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
We release them to people who identify themselves.
Are you guys speaking to a judge on the phone? You better read the law, Judge. We can give a California public records request anonymously every day. Government Code 6250, look it up.
Oh, we already know what your request is, so the 10 days
No,
from now is October 10th.
actually you don't. I haven't given
you
my
wanted our
request.
names.
No, I did not say I wanted your names. I said the first one, number one, is her full name. I said I'm also going to get your name, but there is a whole bunch of other information that I need to request. So I suggest you guys stop trying to be as stubborn as possible and find ways to not do your job and simply just do your job. That would be
We
awesome.
acknowledge your request. You wanted our name.
No, that's not true.
That's what
I
we
said number
Just
one is
One
your...
was our name, and you can come back in 10 days, and we'll forward this to our legal department, and we'll get you the information.
That's not my request.
Thank you.
I have more. Okay, watch when you comes out for a lawsuit. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so in order for me to explain to you how badly these ladies messed up here, we're going to be going over this law that BAT has been bringing up in this video, which is Government Code 6250, also known as the California Public Records Act. In 6253, subsection A, it states the following. Public records are open to inspection at all times during the office hours of the state or local agency, and every person has a right to inspect any public record, except as hereafter provided. And of course it goes over the different exceptions on what could be provided for records. In subsection D, it states, nothing in this chapter shall be construed to permit an agency to delay or obstruct the inspection or copying of public records. The notification of denial of any request for records required by section 6255 shall set forth the names and titles or positions of each person responsible for this denial. These ladies are in violation of this. And to make them look that much worse, the judge over the phone trying to say that BAT needs to identify himself in order to get these public records? Take a look at 6250 for yourselves and tell me, where in the world does it say that? Never mind the Fourth Amendment. So with all these lame excuses for denying him public records completely squashed, BAT does something that most other auditors really don't do. He doesn't leave.
So I need to do a records request still. You guys don't have my records request. So,
Piece of paper's right here.
yeah, then do your job and write it.
No, it's not my job to write
It is your
It is
job.
not my
It
job.
says written or verbal right in the law. So there you go. Real simple.
No,
Written,
it's not. You can write it.
written or
I
verbal.
don't know
Here
what
you
you
go.
want.
All right, which is why I'm
you
going
wanna
to
know
tell
what this-
you.
You want to know what this form says? This form asks you.
I don't care what the form says. The
Okay.
form doesn't mean it could be written based on the law or not based. I don't care what your form says. I know what the
What is it
actual
that you
law
want?
says.
Here, let me type it
Finally,
down for you.
somebody's going to do their
Let me write
job.
it down for you.
But
What do you
let's
want?
try to do it without an attitude, okay? So the first thing I need, number one, if you'll be professional, that'd be awesome, is the lady who was sitting there's full name. All right, I want any, and I'm going to say this very specifically on purpose, so I suggest you write it very specifically as I say it. Any.
Hold on, let me record it then so I can get it done.
Okay, well, when you record it, just know that I'm going to request a copy of that recording as well. Because you're making a public record, so don't erase it.
I won't record anything then.
Okay, so I want any publicly available documents contained in her personnel file. So now the big girl's telling her to walk away and all this nonsense. If you guys do that, you're going to have a hard time in deposition explaining to my lawyer why you refuse to take my records request. But that's awesome.
Okay.
All right. You can walk away now, but you won't be able to in 6 months when we subpoena you to a deposition. All right. So they're creating more problems. They're doubling down on their stupidity, right? Saying you can ring the bell as much as you want, but we're not going to help you. You can do this as much as you want, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm going to, and I will sit here and ring the bell. They think that's going to make me stop, or I'm going to be like, okay, I'll stop. No, not going to happen.
How may I help you, sir?
Oh, we're going to do our job now?
What's your name?
Are we going to do our job now?
What's your name?
Well, I'm just trying to
I'm here to
confirm.
fill out the request for public records.
Okay, we're gonna do the records request. Awesome.
That's what you're here for, correct?
That's, yep, one
Okay,
of the
so
many
what's your
things.
name?
Yep. So, do you have what I already asked for on the other form? You
I
still have
have to
it?
fill out this form first. I have to ask you these questions first.
No, you don't.
Yeah, according to, I have to. This is a process.
Not for public records, it's not.
Okay, so are you going to give me your name?
No, I'm not. No name. You
Name
can.
of the company?
Nope, nothing. None of that. Just you
WC
can
authorization number?
X all of it out.
You're representing?
Don't need any of
Business
that for
address?
public records.
City San Jose, State California, whatever.
Nada. Nope. And you have to be professional and write it the right way and stop being a psychotic menopausal.
You know what? I don't need to sit here
Psychopath.
and have you call me names.
Well, look how you're acting. I'm
No,
just
look
telling you
how
how
you're
you're
talking
acting.
to me.
How am I talking to you?
You're calling me menopausal.
Well, look how you're yelling at me and acting and have
I'm
an
asking you
attitude
some
problem.
simple questions.
Do your job. Be professional. It's real easy. Okay?
You know, I think BAT has an excellent point here. I mean, look at how she conducts herself. Is this the kind of public servant you want working for your tax dollars? She's literally paid to do this, and she's having a problem with doing what she's paid for. I mean, if that's the case, she could always, I don't know, quit and find a new job, but then she would lose all her benefits. Yeah, whatever, cry me a river. As if sitting on your butt all day and practically doing nothing isn't enough of a benefit already. And yeah, obviously they did the public records request for him by the end of this, but man was it like pulling teeth to get him to do so. I mean, continuously ringing that bell for services and having nobody show up for an extended period of time? An absolutely terrible show of so-called professionalism, but that's just what I think about this. What are all of your thoughts? We'd love for you to share with us in the comments down below, and even more importantly, don't forget to go subscribe to BAT, also known as Bay Area Transparency, and let him know that recognizing our rights said hello. Don't forget to check out the description, the pinned comment, or the QR code on screen to get started with Attorney Shield. Make sure to use our promo code of RR1776 upon your first purchase to get 10% off. And aside from that, thank you once again for tuning in, we the people. And until next time, never stop loving the good old Constitution.